Look at that. Look at that.
We actually have a green button. Y'all, it's exciting. It's green.
Oh, wow.
And we might get to live stream.
It would be great if we could do all this ahead of time.
Well, you can't. You have to do it when it gets time.
I know it, and that just really
You got to be happy. Be happy. Be happy.
That aggravates me.
No aggravation. Be happy. Hey everybody, it's Danny and Wanda from Deep South Homestead. We have Aletha, Abama, Amy from Raising Ronies, and Lou, and loud and clear. It's actually in the green right now.
Yeah, actually, the weather has just about passed.
Hey Leslie, Miss Deborah. We have Amy and Deborah right now, so we have a couple of moderators, and y'all, tonight, Miss Lippy, Gemini Homestead, has been sick. Buddy's been sick. And then Allison, my other moderator, has been sick, or still sick.
Still sick.
All of them are still sick. So we may or may not have any moderators except for Raising Ronies. We had Miss Deborah, and Mark possibly will jump in here in a little bit. And maybe Country Homestead Preacher, which has changed his name to something else. I can't ever remember. Preparing for...
Something other, yeah.
So... Y'all, it quit storming. Hey, there's Hills Mills.
Yeah.
From the snowy hills of Tennessee. It quit raining.
It quit raining about, what, 10 minutes ago?
10, 15 minutes ago. Looks like it's moved out till up in the night. And thank you, Deborah. So,
yeah, I had to go lock our security gates, and then I make the perimeters around the property, make sure everything's locked down, cameras all working, lights going, you know, all kind of monitors is on, and it quit raining. And I come in and told Ms. Wanda, I said, hey, it's not raining anymore. We might actually can go live tonight. So we just...
well, let me do something right quick. Miss Leslie Fox is in here, and she is Scratch Made Homestead, but obviously she's lost her Scratch Made on her new phone, so we're going to make Miss Leslie a moderator. She's a moderator on Scratch Made, so we'll add her tonight so she can do it on her own thing.
Yeah.
How's the knee, Danny?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, it don't bother me that much. But it's still not right. I can't pick myself up with it. I can't kneel down on it or anything like that. But it doesn't hurt. It's the weirdest thing in the world. I can walk without a cane. I can climb a ladder, stuff like that. But I have no strength in it. When I go to pick myself up, it doesn't work. It will hurt when I go to pick myself up with it. But other than that, feels fine.
So, tonight we just had trouble coming up with something, so we just titled it.
She didn't title it what I told her to title it, but...
I didn't know that people would check into it.
I told her to title it, Is Sad the New Normal? So that'll probably be my porch time this week, you know?
I did.
And she's like, I can't say that. I'm like, but that's what people want to know. What is the new normal going to be? Is it going to be sad?
No, we're going to
Or is it going to be something else? I mean, it won't be what it was. We know that. So what will it be? That's what they call the $64,000 question.
But it is what we make it.
That's where I was going. It will become whatever we choose it to be.
You know, we don't. If you walk around with a sad face and you worry about everything, then it gets you down, because I've been there and done that.
Yep.
When you let go and just start living and doing what you need to do day to day and enjoying your family and enjoying your life and enjoying what's out there. I mean, when Danny and I got married, we'd go outside and we'd just enjoy nature. We were out either working in the garden, working in the yard, sitting on the porch. We sat a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, for 2 years, we probably sat and talked.
We sat and talked a lot for about 2 years, deciding where we wanted to go with our life, what we wanted to make of our life, what we wanted to be. We both come out of different situations. I was a widower. Miss Wanda wasn't. And we both had different lifestyles, and we just tried to sit down and say, you know what? We both were at a crossroads in our life, and we decided we're going to make this whatever we need to make it in order to be successful and to have a happy marriage. And we agreed to disagree.
If something came up
we could not work through,
yeah.
we just agreed to just disagree and just go on.
Yeah, and I don't know that we've had that type of discussions, really.
Pretty much anything we talk about, I think
we come to a conclusion.
Yeah.
And it's not like a big deal. Before, everything seemed to be a big deal to me.
Hey, Billy and Michelle.
Hey, Billy, I enjoyed that video.
Oh, that video the other day, my brother, was probably your best video.
The ending was perfect.
The ending was like probably a masterpiece. I mean, I'm going to tell you, my brother, you did well.
Yes, and if y'all don't know what we're talking about, Permapastures Farm did a video about dealing with
people who come on your property, like the government and other entities from the government and stuff like that. And he handled it in a way that I just throw them off. You know, I physically throw them off, but Billy did it in a way that was
he turned it around on them.
He did. He turned it around on them.
Because everybody is so, you can't do this, you can't do that because you hurt my feelings. Well, Billy turned it around on them, and the ending was perfect. I had laughed throughout it, but when the ending popped up, I just go, Billy.
Yeah, I was like, that ending was like epic. You know, I mean, I could not have figured any better way to have ended it.
I would not ever have thought that, but when it happened, I'm going, that is true, Billy.
That was Billy to a T. You know?
So y'all had to go watch.
Yeah.
S. Hodson said the ending it was perfect.
It was perfect. Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of videos, my brother, that's going to take you on to the top.
I'm probably sure. Now, I don't know William enough, but I almost think Billy wrote this.
William was doing a fantastic job interviewing him.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if William wrote it. I'm pretty sure Billy wrote it. But
it had Billy wrote all over it.
William may have enough of Billy in him that he helped write it, so I can't say. Oh.
Oh, man, yeah.
Robin said, Levi still is not able to comment. Robin, I went and looked everywhere. I could not find that he was banned or knocked off or anything, so I don't know exactly what's happening. I can't find it anywhere on our side why he can't comment. I don't understand it. But I don't know what YouTube does either. Cat
Kumar A said,
Cat C.
I wish I find someone like-minded who wants to live with me on my future land.
Oh.
Growing our own food. It sucks to be alone at 42, turning 43 in March. I faced that myself at 49. My spouse passed away at 49 years old with me, and I was left alone. And you know, it was a tough situation for a little while.
Billy said,
Billy, I'm glad you didn't either. I mean, there's a famous joke between farmers. You know, when you play on people when they come to your place, you know, you let them milk your bull. And if you do, then you have a friend for life. You know, that was a joke.
Idaho Hoosier, thank you. Be sure to check your email. 2 of y'all's latest videos, my comments to y'all received hacking responses. Yes. Okay.
Yes. Okay. We need to
talk about that.
Talk about that. Wanda and I just spent the last
45 minutes.
Well, or more than 45 minutes. Both of us 45 minutes going through videos. Some low-life piece of crap went on our videos and went under every person on our videos and left a comment about you have won something if you call this particular number and stuff like that. Wanda and I had to spend a long time reporting them and removing all these comments and stuff out from under 2 separate videos.
And we don't know, and that's where we need y'all's help. When y'all see this, I had 2 or 3 people message me about it. That's how I knew, because we don't stay on computers all day long. And they messaged me and said it was on there. So I took off over to it. And I mean, I had to go under every comment and report it and remove it. And that takes time. And I was halfway through the comments and I said, Danny, you're going to have to get on the computer and help.
Yeah.
And so he did, and he found another one. So there was two
videos that I found, and I don't even know how many more.
Yeah, and for you guys, do not click on anything that says you want anything.
No.
Because if we do a video giving something away, like if we give something away tonight, we will say it here. We won't go back in comments and type under it. And if we do give big giveaways, we do a video. We do not come and give you links under anything. So don't click those things. It's all hackers.
Yeah. Yes, we knew that they'd done it to Kevin and Sarah. We'd already talked to them about it. We knew that it happened to them also.
So don't.
But someone actually stole their channel and used it too.
Used their picture and all.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if you click on that and go to it, whatever. I don't know where it's taking you. So y'all got to be very, very careful.
Yeah, don't click on anything like that. We will never ask you a question and give a phone number.
No, I will never give you a phone number to deal with.
No, we won't.
If I do anything, it will say contact me at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com.
Yeah.
That is our MO, and I wouldn't down. FYI, your code for Hoss Tools has expired. I will have to ask Hoss Tools.
We'll have to call.
They're changing things this year, so I don't know what they're doing.
We'll check with Travis.
But if it's an older video, I can't go back. We have over 3,000 videos. I can't go back and clean up.
Actually, it's Greg. It wasn't Travis. We'll check with Greg.
We'll check with Greg, yeah.
Not Travis.
Yeah, but I can't go back and take all that stuff out. It would take me weeks to clean up every video. So if it's in there and it's an old video, you know, there's not much I can do about that. Howdy from Lucedale, Lawana.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're hitting a lot of people, a lot of homesteaders. We get one. What is that one that you delete all the time?
It's from Bitcoin.
Yeah.
We get one from Bitcoin all the time. It'll have like 25 comments underneath it, and I have to remove all of them constantly.
Oh, they're doing it to Russell Brand and John Snyder too. So they're going through everywhere. So just don't click on something.
It's probably some Democrat out there that's pissed off with our conservative views.
Yeah, Miss Betty said she knew it wasn't true. Yeah, and if y'all see it, y'all have the right to report things like that.
Yeah, you have the right to report them too. So, and you should. You know, you're not going to bother us.
Yeah, because it's not us. So that, I mean, if you guys see something out of the normal, just message me at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com and say, hey, look, this happened. Or if somebody is being very ugly and rude to somebody else in a comment and you notice it.
Well, the Max said they get the crypto stuff all the time.
Yeah,
too.
the crypto's what it is. Yeah. But that's what I'm telling you guys. It's just crazy sometimes.
They said that Sheila says they're doing it on the beauty community too.
Yeah, and I guess they just want us all to have to work harder because I could have been doing something else. I did not even get this live stream up till 10 minutes before we went live.
Yeah.
Because we were deleting comments.
Well, we were deleting comments, and then I went out and checked the gates and the fences and stuff like that. So, trying to see if we was going to be able to live stream with the weather. Where can we purchase Firefox at a reasonable Foxfire at a reasonable price?
Amazon's the only place.
Amazon's the only place we've been able to find them at a decent price.
What is the best grass to sow on nearly cleared land?
It depends, Mary. It depends on what time of the year it is and where you live at. We here in the South, if we have newly cleared land and it's the summertime, we put in Pensacola Bahia or Argentina Bahia grass if we have cattle or animals that need to graze. If it's in the wintertime, we mix the Pensacola Bahia or Argentina Bahia with Oregon or Gulf ryegrass to put out, because the ryegrass will come up instantly and it'll hold the ground in place with its root system until the spring. And we'll also mix a crimson clover in with that, because it'll come up in the cooler months and until it gives the ryegrass, Bahia grass, time to come up.
All right, Idaho Hoosier says they used your Deep South picture next to their hack with a Portland area code. Wow.
I haven't seen that.
Well, just do not click it.
Don't click on it.
Don't click it. If it's us, it should have Deep South Homestead, and it should have a check mark by it, because we have hit 100,000, and when we hit 100,000, we got a check mark. And if it doesn't have that thing on it, then it may not be. It probably is not us. So always, if you're in doubt, just ask us.
Yeah, just ask. Yeah.
So, but mainly we don't go under everybody doing that. So just don't click it.
I'll look for the video on Patreon about how to remove the mosquito bite, and the video will not play. Is there another source? I didn't know it wouldn't play.
Say that again.
Somebody said that they looked for the video about the mosquito bite.
Where?
On Patreon, and said that it won't play.
Was it our video or was it a link I put up? If it was a link, it's possible it's been pulled.
That's Dr. What was his name?
Artis.
Dr. Artis.
If it was Dr. Artis, it's possible they pulled it.
It's possible they pulled it.
But now, I don't know. If I know which one, I can go back and check. Send me something in an email telling me.
We know which one it was.
No, if that's the one they're talking about.
Okay.
Send me something in an email, and I will see if I can find it and see what's going on. Is guard line any good? We have the guard line. I feel bad. We were supposed to have done a review on a guard line 6 months ago. And
that's what they did.
It got sat in the corner, and we forgot about it.
We sure did.
We got so busy. So we have guard line, and one of them is up, and it works. We really like it.
We like the one we got up. As a matter of fact, you can put multiple ones of them on the scanner, and and they're battery operated. You don't have to have them plugged in either if you don't want to, because we use them when we're at the off-grid cabin to know if anything around the front gate moves or anything like that.
Yeah. So, but we really like the guard line. It is a good product. For what it's supposed to do, it does. So, what else?
Good night, Mick. Oh, yeah, we got some stuff here we wanted to... subscribers sent us.
I don't remember who it was, and y'all got to forget. And I don't even know if it said. But this is a new t-shirt. We got it in 2 colors, blue and black, a navy blue and black. And I just wanted to say thank you. Even though I guess I must have threw the paper away, the thing that came with it. I usually don't do that, but this week's been unusual.
I also have something else here that I forgot to mention the other day. This right here, let me find where we're at. We had a subscriber send me this. I had never actually seen one of these. This is the new pecan cracker. And this thing does a fantastic job.
Is that the one you've been using?
Yeah, I've been using this thing. You can take it and click around the end of it and snip the end off of it, turn it over, and click around and snip the other end off of it, and just take it, just lightly squeeze it and crack it, and you get a perfectly half pecan every time. Thank you. And I will say this. The person who sent me the pecans, thank you so much, because
he's enjoying that.
I love cracking pecans, and that is when it's rainy and nasty like it is today, and I can't really do anything. I'm sitting in here just cracking pecans, and it does something for my soul. I don't know what it is, but it just does something for my soul.
All right. Does a dead snake turn out to be a good nutrient to a soil so that I can kill one if I come across on my land and still don't regret it? I know Danny protects his chickens from snakes. Actually, Wanda does.
Well, Wanda does more than I do, but it's like any other creature. If you let it go back into the soil, it's not going to hurt anything. Now, if it was a poisonous snake, I would definitely take the head off of it and take it to a location where nobody's going to get it. Because even if those things later on, if you get into one of them, you can still be...
it's possible, yeah.
You can still have the repercussion from it. So I would definitely cut the head off of it if it was poisonous. But yeah, any creature that goes back to the soil, it don't matter if it's a snake, a chicken, or whatever, it decomposes and goes back into the soil.
Barbara asked, would y'all like some honey? Yes, we use a lot of honey.
We use lots of honey. Yes.
Miss Wanda, Mr. Danny, thank you for the videos y'all put out. May God continue to bless y'all in these trying times. Can't wait for the springtime
planting videos. Yes.
Well, actually, we're going to be planting shortly. We've got a lot to do, but we're going to be starting sweet potato slips.
Yeah,
within a couple of weeks.
Within a couple of weeks, we'll have sweet potato slips in. We'll be planting English peas.
English peas within a couple of weeks.
Yeah. And I may choose to do a few broccolis or something.
We've got to do some green beans, but I think they'll be later end of
green
February.
Beans will probably be 1st of March.
Yeah, end of February, 1st of March.
Yeah.
So we got things going on in my greenhouse right now, my high tunnel, whatever y'all want to call it. I call it a greenhouse. Danny calls it a high tunnel. So y'all just get over it if y'all don't like it. I'm just one of those.
They want to know, Alex says, how do you spell Dr. Artis's name? Is it A-R-T-I-S?
A-R-D-I-S.
A-R-D-I-S.
He has a podcast. So if you can't find it on YouTube, don't worry about it. Go to the podcast. Go to Spotify, iTunes, whatever you got for podcast, and look up Dr. Artist. A-R-D-I-S.
Kim Barnett says, is deer season closed there yet? Nope. It actually goes on into February.
So what I was saying about my high tunnel, I got English peas.
Yep.
It has English peas on it. Lots of blooms. I'm afraid some of them's going to fall off. A lot of them may not even pollinate because we had to shut it down so much over the last week. But some of it has got peas on it. I've got blooming tomatoes, but no tomatoes yet. Potatoes we could dig probably within 2 or 3 weeks, right?
Probably in a couple of weeks we can probably dig some more potatoes. Yeah. Not all of them, but we can dig some more.
I've got cotton. I've got 3 bowls about this big, and it blooms like crazy, but most of it doesn't pollinate. So I'm really surprised I got 3 at least are growing. Danny's rutabagas, I don't know what it's going to be doing.
I kind of feel like Nancy does. Deer season closes for me when they stop eating my garden. That's when deer season closes. Okay.
How is Lippy doing? Lippy is feeling a little better today. She ate some food and her coffee tasted reasonable today, but Buddy got up sick this morning. So y'all keep both of them in your prayers. And Miss Allison, that usually is one of our moderators, she's been sick for, I think, 3 days now.
Yeah. Okay, Nadia, Danny, I have sweet potato slips coming out of the ground. Will they survive now in zone 10B? If you don't have another freeze coming, they will be fine.
Yeah.
My new Tennessee homestead must be nice. Deer season closed here last week. Well, deer season closes for me when I decide I don't want one. You know, I mean, I know laws are made to be obeyed by certain people, but
we saw 3 last night.
3 last night.
Not on our property.
No, not on the property, but we had to run up the road a mile or 2, and we come back last night 3 where we saw 3 right here.
2 in one spot, and one just acted like it didn't want to get out of the road.
Have we ever grown peanuts? Yes, but now we grow a specific peanut here because people don't know this. Pancreatic cancer, there's a big link between pancreatic cancer and peanuts because normal peanuts have a fungus that grows on them that's linked to pancreatic cancer. The jungle peanuts is a variety of peanuts that does not carry this fungus. So the peanuts that Ms. Wanda and I usually will plant now are the jungle peanuts.
We did plant the Virginia Fancies about 5 years ago.
We still have peanuts from them.
Yeah, we planted so many, and we canned a lot of them. And I still have 3 or 4 jars left from 5 years ago, and they're still good because I opened one here recently. Had 10 in my winter wheat the other day. Deer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen dead ones all over the place too. People hitting
them with their car, and we're just totally amazed at how many people are still on the road. I mean, that just blows our mind. I mean, we was in Hattiesburg the other day picking up these cups and what do you call them things?
Tumblers.
Tumblers and stuff like that. And I looked out at the traffic, and there was thousands of vehicles. I mean, there had to be thousands of them. And all those lanes of traffic, they were bumper to bumper for miles. And I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, this is just crazy. You know, I mean, we made one trip out of town, but this is like everyday traffic. And I'm like, man.
He's not used to that. But he's not used to that.
I mean, I worked in downtown New York. I know what traffic is.
But Hattiesburg is.
But Hattiesburg is becoming as bad as downtown New York.
It really was.
What do I think the best paste tomato is? Amish paste.
Somebody asked what I'm going to do with my cotton. I just save it. I don't do anything with it. I mean, 3 little cotton bowls is not going to do much of anything. And I planted several plants a few years ago, actually 2 years in a row, and I still have all of it. I don't intend to do anything with it. Sometimes if I want to plant some, I take the seeds out and replant. That's basically, and give it away. Sometimes I give people
I'm not sure what Kathy means. She says, do you have the finish to your sugarcane video?
We have a whole sugarcane
We've got a
playlist.
whole sugarcane playlist. It's got anything about sugarcane you want to know on it.
When can I start my herb garden? It's around 64 degrees in my house. Are you starting it in the house?
It can be 20 degrees outside or 20 below. It can be 64 in your house.
If you're starting it inside.
If you're starting them inside, that's fine. Yeah.
And put them out in the spring.
Okay, Danny, going to plant a field full of field corn. What's the best seed? People don't raise it much in the mountains. If I was in the mountains, I would probably go with the Cherokee White Eagle. Not popcorn, but the Cherokee White Eagle corn. That's a good corn. Let's see, what else was a good? Hickory King is another good one for the mountainous region. If I had Danny corn up on my site, that would be a great one for the mountainous regions, but
we just don't
have enough to do that with right now. But that would probably be my choices. Or little Tennessee pencil cob is another good one. That's that's a real good corn for growing in the mountainous region.
My new Tennessee home says I don't leave the mountain but a couple of times a year. I hate public. Danny does too.
If you hate public more than I do, I really feel sorry for you. I really do. I mean, I like people, but my tolerance of people is.
Well, y'all are different.
Yeah, y'all are different. Now, I'm talking about the worldly people out here.
Redo what you're talking about.
I mean, I can't handle stupid. I mean, I guess that's just where I got to go with it. I can't handle stupid, and it looks like when I go out into the world, into the public, all I see is stupid.
Yeah. And
it just irritates me to the point. I'm like, I'm surprised we've made it as far as we have.
Now be happy.
Well, I am happy. I'm happy I'm not amongst them. Does anybody have an opinion on pellet wood stoves? I do. I mean,
raise your hand.
Raise your hand. I do.
Okay, Danny, you can speak.
Okay,
now.
I can speak. Pellet wood stoves are great until the power goes out. When the power goes out, they're useless because your little auger won't work to auger the pellets into them unless you have a backup generator or something like that. Yeah, that's what kept happening to me the other day when I was in the interview with some people.
We get some pop-up notifications that just keep popping up, and I don't know how to turn them off.
They want to know, are you snacking on macaroons, Ms. Wanda?
No, nope. I wish I was.
I bet she wishes she was. Yeah.
I love me some coconut macaroons. I really do. I like a lot of stuff. All I'm doing is cappuccino. I've got French vanilla cappuccino, and I'm good.
Yeah, Yeah, there's more wood out there than there are pellets. I agree with that.
Danny, you were starting to worry me. Thank you for liking us, Nadia says. He's really a softie, and he really
I've got a heart of gold, but
he likes talking to certain people. Now,
I like talking to people I can talk to.
Yeah.
In about 5 seconds of talking to somebody, because I used to do human profiles and things like this, and in 5 seconds in talking to someone, I already know if I can talk to them or not, because I can read your face, I can read the words you're choosing to speak with. I mean, I can read the lines in your face. I mean, there's things about a person, I can look at their eyes, and I automatically know if I can talk to that person.
Scratch Made Homestead found or either Danny found it. Leslie was on here as Leslie a while ago. Now Scratch Made popped up. I do have a sweet tooth. And if Scratch Made Homestead hadn't sold Tanners, I really need some pralines.
Yeah. Okay. What is the secret to starting peanut seedlings? Sandy loam soil, warm temperatures, get rid of the wildlife, and and you might stand a chance. Do not use a lot of nitrogen, because peanuts make their own nitrogen. They are a root crop. They go underground. They need more phosphorus. When the peanut plant gets up and starts putting blooms on it, mash it out flat. Put you a handful of lime in the middle of it and a big pile of dirt right in the middle of it, and it'll do just fine.
Angel said I must be a Virgo. Guilty.
What is Billy's site called? Permapastures Farm.
Yes, if one of our moderators could pop that in. I thought Billy was a moderator too. I don't know where he went, but if he ain't, I need to make one. Okay, let's talk about the cups and the. I ain't even got any in here. I guess I gotta go.
Nope, that ain't one of them.
Let me go get some cups and tumblers, and we're gonna talk about it for a minute. You can talk about something else, my love.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of things out there in the world today that can make us sad if we let them get us down. And the thing about it is, it's up to us as an individual whether or not we want to fall prey to that trap or not. If we decide that, if we decide we want to be sad, we can be sad. If we decide we want to be miserable, we can be miserable. If we decide we want to be happy, we can be happy. Joy in life does not come from circumstances. Joy in life comes from knowing the Lord, to be honest with you. So, y'all get wild hogs out there? Jason said, Jason, we had wild hogs when I first moved here, but I killed them all out, and now we have none. We don't have any at all. Somebody said they had never had boiled peanuts. Boiled peanuts are great. They're really good.
Okay. Let me see where I'm going with this.
There you go. Hold. Keep it still. You keep moving around. Right there. Give the camera time to focus, and we're there.
All right. This is our new cups with the new logo, Deep South Homestead. And I only got a couple of dozen of them. And I've already sold maybe 10 or 12 of those. I don't even know. 10 at least. So, the deal is with the cups, they're on our Etsy store. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony. Yes.
They're on our Etsy store. I also put a disclaimer in the description. If it comes to you broken, take pictures of it. Send it to me. I will refund. I will not refund if you don't send pictures of it broken in the packaging. You know, that way I know how many get broken through USPS Postal Service. Because I told the guy when I had fragile on all of them, and I packaged them really well, and the guy was picking them up, just kind of bumping them all over the place. I said, hey, whoa, those are fragile. He said, oh, yeah. And then he just walked over and put them down. I mean, they don't care.
They said they're hitting our Blue Eddie video with the spamming.
Okay, guys, we'll have to try and...
We'll just report it, or we'll try to do the same thing.
We'll try to get them later. All right, most of you have seen the original Tumbler. Let me see where it goes.
Rise and shine.
All right, it is a chicken with a wagon wheel-like Rise and Shine Deep South Homestead at the top. These things are amazing. I'm not going to give away my video, but I'm going to have a video on Crazy Days about these. Maybe next week. I've got it where I can put it up soon. Right now, I have these tumblers on Etsy, but some of them are sold out. There's a reason. I didn't get but a few. We put it over on Patreon. Our patrons were really great. They bought quite a few of them. I have a few left of different ones, but the barn one sold out, and I'll show you that one in a minute. But I have to order them. They have to come in, and then I can put them on Etsy. I have to make sure I have them in hand before I start putting them on Etsy. So I'll probably order some this week. They'll be in next week, and they'll go up the next week. And I can only order so many at a time. So the tumblers are going to be one of those things. The cups, we met the lady in Hattiesburg and got them because I didn't want them broken.
Thank you, Gina.
So that's one of them. So let me show the other tumblers. These tumblers will keep anything hot and cold. We did a video. They're really crazy. They're insulated. This is the one that most people's been waiting for, and this is the one that people love. Almost everybody loves this one. Let's see how I get it. It all depends on what you do with the dirt. Because y'all want the dirt saying? And it's got corn and wheat and pigs and sheep and cows and carrots. And
I don't know how many ounces it is.
I don't know.
I don't have a clue, to be honest with you.
I have no clue. It holds over 2 cups of coffee. I do know that.
Well, it's over 32 ounces then.
Regular cups. No, they're 8 ounces apiece. It's probably 20 ounces, I would say. 16 to 20 ounces. Something like that. I forgot to ask, so I'll try and find out how many ounces.
How long does coffee stay warm?
That's
Wanda
the video.
Wanda has a video up on Crazy Days about that.
It ain't up yet.
Oh, it ain't? Okay, well,
No.
she's fixing to put a video up on Crazy Days because we done shot it.
Okay, this is the new Crazy Days. It's going to be one of those Crazy Days. It's got butterflies, purple, little, looks like stars, hearts. Cute Crazy Days. I know I have a few of these left. Not too many people like my Crazy Days, I guess. But that's the Crazy Days one. I got a video coming up. We're talking about my new Crazy Days one. Y'all get to see it before the video comes up. Just saying.
Yep.
One more.
I think so. There's supposed to be another one.
This one was probably one of my favorites. I know it was Danny's.
This was my favorite one right here.
All right, let me start it this way. It's got the tractor and the windmill, the truck, the flag, Deep South Homestead across the top, and the old barn. Isn't that awesome?
This was my favorite one.
It just says Deep South. Well, it says Danny all the way around. So this one I'm totally out of. This one sold fast. I may have one more. I don't know. There might be one up. I don't know. I can't say it's totally sold out yet. I haven't seen Etsy. So if you want one and they're not on Etsy, you can email me at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com, and I can put you on a list when they come in, or you can wait and keep checking Etsy every couple of weeks.
No, I hadn't been out hunting today. I wished I would have been. It's been raining most all day here.
Yeah, so Mississippi Girl says she loves my Crazy Days, and Jason says, wow, that's Danny's tractor. Well, it's not exactly
Not
a
exactly.
Cub,
It's
but
not a Cub. It is a farmall.
It's an older tractor, so it is good. Yeah, they're saying all of them's getting the same spamming. We reported it enough that they should pull, and we shouldn't have to take it all down,
Yeah.
but we'll see. Yeah, somebody says they're all sold out. Well, I hadn't checked Etsy lately, and we took off a bunch yesterday. I spent quite a bit of time packing, and then we spent time in the store. Do we ship to Canada? I have not been, but if you want one, you'll have to send me an email because I'll have to see how much it costs. and see if you're willing to pay that. Because Canada does get a little expensive. Now, the coffee cups, I probably wouldn't send to Canada.
No, probably not the coffee cup.
I did send Jan one at Not a Real Farm, but I packaged hers extra special, and it did make it to her. But I'm not packaging everybody's the way I packaged Jan's. I packed hers in a t-shirt and stuff like that, and everything got it sent off to her.
Oh, they want to know, how's my knee? My knee is doing okay. I'm able to walk on it now and all, but it's still not right. I mean, I know something's wrong with it, but, so it is what it is, you know. I got too much to do right now to stop. And somebody want to know, am I going to be smoking any meat anytime soon? Yes. Lord willing, probably within
2 weeks.
2 weeks, I should be smoking some meat. Making some bacon and some sausage.
Are jars hard to get? We haven't really looked lately.
We have.
Walmart had a whole bunch.
They had a bunch of them the other day when we. We've been to Walmart, what, 3 times? Well, that was last year. We ain't been none this year.
We ain't been yet.
We hadn't been this year yet.
But
last year we went
December,
like 3 times to Walmart, and one time was in December.
And they had jars.
And they had piles of jars.
And I'm not going to say I'm going to recommend yet, but we had a company contact us about lids. And so I'm using them now. I used some today, and they sealed really well what I did, and we're going to continue to use them before I actually, because I told the company I would not promote them unless I knew they worked. So if that's the case, there may be a new lid company that most of you haven't heard of. But I do want to know that these lids work. I'm not just going to put up a video because somebody sent me the lids.
Cul-de-sac, we really don't have any peanuts to sell. We've only got a few left to plant. So I can't sell any this year.
Are you going to touch on how to clean these tumblers on your video? These are easy to clean.
These are all stainless.
Let me show you something if I can get this one open right quick. This is what I love about it. The top just comes off. But see the inside? It's easy to clean.
Very easy to clean.
I have one of those full circle sponges on a wooden handle. You can just stick it down in there and it comes out. Nothing sticks to it. I mean, I've had no problems with it, so I don't know. And it's all the same size. It's not, and it fits in cup holders.
Yes, that was one of the big issues we want to make sure is it fit in the cup holder.
Everywhere I go, I tote a cup with me, and half of mine won't fit in the cup holders, and these do. These fit any cup holder.
Kathy wants to know, did we name the barn yet? Yes, we call it our Farm All Barn because my Farm All tractor sits under it, and it is all for everything on the farm, so it's our Farm All Barn.
Yeah, it'll be in a video Monday, actually.
Yeah. Actually, it will be in a video Monday.
Let's see.
Okay. Barbara Duckworth says, we use over 500 jars. 500 jars wouldn't even start what we use.
I probably cleaned 500 jars in the last couple of months.
Yeah.
We have been using so much. We're trying to use everything old. And so I'm cooking twice as much out of jars. I don't take anything hardly out of the freezer. I'm also cleaning the freezer, so that's why I was canning today. We're doing all kinds of stuff, just trying to get caught up for the new year. But this week's been a little busy. We've had to go somewhere almost every day, or we've had something unusual happen every day. And so we're a little off kilter here, hoping to get back on schedule this week. Have you ever heard of streak meat? No.
No, I've never, Richard. I've never heard of streak meat. I don't know exactly what that is. Lots of Janet says there's lots of canning jars and lids in Walmart in Northeast Kentucky.
I think they've got them all back. A good supply
probably
going.
They probably do because the canning season's kind of over with for most people, and I think they probably getting caught back up.
Yeah. We found an underground smoker. Having a clue how it works. The building above it is long gone.
Oh, that's interesting.
Never heard. Well, underground, yeah, they would have done like hogs and stuff underground, right? Possibly.
It's possible. Kim says they call streaked meat fatback. Now, if it's fatback, I know what fatback is.
Oh, okay.
I definitely know what that is.
Yeah. Somebody said just a high price on jars. Ours was the normal price.
Yeah, ours hadn't went up. Ours hadn't went up at all. Yeah, they were still the normal price.
Somebody says a name for bacon in Appalachia.
Apparently, it's another name for bacon in Appalachia. Okay.
Well, we're gonna be.
Well,
if
that's what it is, I know what it is, then, because we're gonna be doing some bacon too.
And it's gonna hopefully it's gonna be some streaky bacon. I hope that's what it is. My 4-year-old daughter knows the sound of you by voice.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Jason. We have, you don't know how many people send us videos or clips of their dog watching us on the TV, or the cat, or the children, or whatever. And it's really funny because somebody said that their dog went to barking on one of our videos because my rooster was crowing in the background, and he was wondering where the rooster was.
Can you can fatback? You probably can, because they can lard. We can lard. So I'm thinking you probably could can fatback.
Amanda, I have not done a lot of essential oils. I did some over on Crazy Days. I think I did one on the ones that I have on hand. I have a little of everything, but I think I did one on what I would recommend, but I can't remember. It's been really a long time.
Rhonda Moulton says, Danny, do y'all have building restrictions for buildings there? Here in Pennsylvania, we cannot build anything without permits and then inspection. Yes, we live under international code here. Everything here, there's supposed to be permits for this and permits for that. You're supposed to do this and do that. But I am a licensed contractor. And because I'm a licensed contractor, I do not have to get permits as long as I do not use skilled labor to do anything on my property here. So, and I don't have to pay for my permits because I'm a contractor. So there's a lot of yeses and nos. We still have to fall under international code. Everything has to be built to code. So those are things that we have to keep in mind.
What's the Etsy store address? deepsouthhomestead.etsy.com. Wanda, if you pressure can meat, do you remove all the bones? I am canning pig knuckles. Yes, I do. I pressure canned beef.
Except for chicken, you don't with chicken.
Well, I do some of it,
yeah,
but not always on chicken. If I do like the
if we do little small legettes or wings or something like that, we leave the bones in them.
But now, if I'm going to be doing the broth and just meat, I take the bones out. And I've got a video coming up on beef broth sometime soon. I ain't going to tell y'all when because I ain't edited it yet, but I did it today. The Canning Kitchen was open today.
Yeah, do we make homemade soap? We used to, but we don't anymore. We've got so many subscribers that make soap. We try to bless our subscribers by ordering soap from our subscribers. Because y'all have been such a blessing to us, we'll turn around and we'll pick one and we'll order soap from them and try to stock up as much as we can so that we have plenty to last for, a pretty good while. Can I use vermiculite to replace in replace of grit in containers? Vermiculite is made to hold water. You probably, if you're looking for grit in a container, you want perlite, not vermiculite.
Danny was not a Navy SEAL, no.
No, I don't
talk. He wanted to be.
I was going into the Navy SEALs.
That's what you wanted to be, right?
Yes, I was going into the Navy SEALs. I had a horrendous accident that laid me up for over a year, and when I went to go back in, they basically told me that I could not go in. So therefore, I don't talk about what I did do afterwards. It's something that's off the charts for talking about. But
what can I use diatomaceous earth for on our farm?
You can use diatomaceous earth to worm your cattle, livestock of any kind. You can worm your chickens with it. You can use it to control insects. You can put it in your feed to control insects in your feed. I mean, there's lots of things on a homestead you can use DE for.
Streak of lean is salt pork. So different places call different things.
It's different things.
Yeah.
Now, my dad ate enough salt pork to fill up the back of a pickup truck, you know.
I've had some Danny corn in the freezer for about 2 years now. Do you think it's still okay to plant? Yes.
Danny corn will last 100 years in the freezer if you keep it in the freezer. I mean,
actually, Danny's mom, Danny thought he had lost the seeds.
Yeah.
One year after his wife passed and stuff, he thought he had lost his seeds, and he was out at his mom's. Was it when you and I married?
Yeah, I think it was. I think we just got married.
She was cleaning out her freezer, and she said, "Danny, I've got some of your Danny corn. Do you want it?" And he said, "Yes, ma'am, I do." So he got his start all over again.
Yeah, it had been in her freezer for years.
And or we probably would have lost it if it hadn't been for that. Can I use soil from land full of trees? I'm not sure what that means.
Danny, can I use soil from land full of trees? You can, but you're probably going to be depleted of a lot of minerals and nutrients in it. I would have a soil test done to see what you need to put back into it.
How far are we from Meridian?
Meridian, Mississippi. We are 2 hours from Meridian, Mississippi.
Yeah. Fox News offered help on empty food shelves. They something buying grandpa cereal, comfort food, and
granola.
Oh, granola. See, I told you I needed glasses. I laughed and said they are all going to die. Stupid suggestions. Yeah. Yeah. Is it a good time to prune apple trees?
Yes, it is a good time to prune apple trees. Have I ever salt cured and hung pork? Yes, I have.
Not me.
Not much, because the weather in the south now is just not too conducive for doing that. It stays too hot for too long a period of time now.
Thank you, Linda. She said she just sent somebody over to learn how to can. The singing podcast was cool. Are you an Elvis fan? Great.
Yes,
gospel.
I am an Elvis fan. My mother loved Elvis, and I got to hear it all when I was growing up. I mean, you know, I have a lot of. I used to sing a lot of Elvis songs, but
yeah, he liked to do that. We may have a little more singing off and on if I can catch him again.
Ever watched Lonesome Dove? Yes, I have. I watched
Me
Lonesome
too.
Dove. Yes.
What about Cherokee tan seeds? Do you freeze those too?
No, you don't have to freeze a Cherokee tan seed.
One says, I stored my veggie seeds in the refrigerator for a year. Do you think they will still grow?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Freezing seeds. Now, I don't freeze. Some seeds need to be frozen. Some seeds do not need to be frozen. Things like tomato seeds, cucumber seeds, things like that do not need to be frozen. But things like peas, corn, beans, you know, stuff of that nature needs to be frozen because they all have insects inside the seeds of the plant. And it's best to freeze them to kill the insects.
All right. Busy Bee hadn't been here very long. Where do you get your sweet potato slips from?
Well, if you go to my Etsy store, I have a book that I've wrote there, a manual called A Sweet Potato Manual. As a matter of fact, I thought I saw one right here.
Yep.
It is. I have let me find where I'm at right here. I have a sweet potato manual wrote by me. I am known as the Sweet Potato King in the South down here.
We don't get
We
our sweet potato slips from anybody.
We don't get our slips from anybody. We grow our own, and we suggest that people do the same.
Not in water.
Not in water. Do not grow sweet potato slips in water. They're made to grow in dirt. Even if you have to take a plastic container, a 5-gallon bucket or whatever, put your sweet potatoes down in that dirt and Make sure it's good and loose, and put them about 6 to 8 inches deep in the soil in a sunny spot, and they will grow and do just fine. And you will have more sweet potato slips than you want to plant.
Yes.
Maybe I can do a video on seed storage. I probably do have videos on seed storage.
Y'all, we have videos on everything. We've been doing this 6 years. If there's anything y'all want to know about like seed storage, type in seed storage Deep South Homestead and it should pop up. Danny did a whole, I think a series.
I done a whole series on
seeds. Seed saving, seed storage, stuff like that about 3 years ago.
Yeah. Danny and Wanda, do you guys deal with moles and gophers? We deal with moles, but not gophers. We don't have any gophers here. The only kind of gophers we have are tortoise gophers, and they're protected by the Wildlife Agency. But moles, yes, they are very horrendous here.
Do I have a good recipe for pickled eggs? No.
No, we do not eat pickled eggs.
I don't deal with pickled eggs. I'm not fond of them. The only way I eat eggs is scrambled or fried really well done. And I will eat occasionally stuffed egg, which is a boiled egg with the insides added mayonnaise, pickles, whatever to it. But I don't eat those often. Kim
says, nothing like a sweet tater. I eat sweet potatoes every day of my life.
The man's turning orange.
You see how, look at my hands, see how orange I am? I eat so many carrots and so many sweet potatoes that the carotene in them is turning my skin, you can see it with the light, it's turning my skin orange colored.
I told him he was turning orange and he didn't believe me, but you see it there, right?
Yeah, you can actually see it when I turn my hand. See the orange and everything? I'm actually turning orange.
I've got to cut back, but he loves it. So I mean,
I love them. I mean, they're called a superfood. Yeah, I don't think it hurts.
All right. Wind has been blowing really bad in central Texas.
It's going to be blowing here real bad tonight and tomorrow. Up to, what they say, 30 miles an hour, I believe is what they were talking about.
Like that.
Urban White Buffalo Farm says, I do not like pickled eggs. Neither do I. Several reasons. One, I don't like the gas. Secondly, I just don't like the taste of them.
I saw somebody say, Ellie.
Ellie says, am I the only one who doesn't like sweet potatoes? You probably are, because sweet potatoes are one of the most nutritious foods on the face of the earth.
There's lots of ways you can cook them that you probably would like them. Most people don't like them because they've only ate them like baked or something, and they don't like that texture, or they just something about the taste. But there's so many ways you can use sweet potatoes.
Oh
and
man, you can use
fantastic.
You can use white sweet potatoes as a thickener for any kind of soups or anything like that. Most people don't know that. You can grind them up and make a thickener out of them instead of having to use what is that stuff you use? Cornstarch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
it works pretty good.
Works good as cornstarch.
Yeah, they're saying your face is turning orange too.
Yeah, makes my beard look whiter.
Is that on purpose?
Yeah.
Orange man instead of blue man group. You're gonna.
I'll be in the orange man group, not the blue man group. Yeah.
Is there any sweet potato that aren't stringy? Ours are not stringy.
Sweet potatoes that are cured properly are not stringy.
And if you get them before they get old.
Yeah, old sweet potatoes are stringy. When you get a sweet potato from the store, it's already probably close to 6 months old.
If not a year.
If not a year old. So you need to raise your own so you can have good, fresh. Ours is just like pure cream. I mean, they don't have no strings in them.
A good sweet potato, if you know what mashed potatoes taste like instant mashed potatoes that you get these in a box and mix up, how creamy they are, a really good fresh sweet potato baked is that creamy. It'll just melt in your mouth. It has no strings.
Anna says, I eat sweet potatoes raw just like carrots. It's just better, or sweet potato fries. Technically, raw sweet potatoes, the heart out of a raw sweet potatoes, has a compound in it for women who have menstrual problems. And it really is beneficial for that reason.
Oh, now Deborah's going to make me hungry. She had sweet potato and cheeseburger for supper tonight.
Ooh! Don't be like, man.
Got a can of heirloom seeds from My Patriot Supply. Okay, with those type seeds now, take and check and see what all you got.
Go ahead and open it up and make sure they'll grow. And if it's what you want, what
Yeah,
variety you want.
Make sure it works in your area.
Yes.
If you stick that up for 30 years plus and then you decide you're going to see if it'll grow, you may not like what you're growing. It may be hard to grow in your area. There's lots and lots of things. I'm glad you got it from My Patriot Supply. But yeah, check out if they will grow in your area. Each individual type of seed. Let's see.
We eat eggs every day of our life. Matter of fact, every morning I eat eggs every morning.
And ABC said they had sweet potatoes tonight too.
Yep.
Yep. What 3 crops would you grow on Mars? If I was on Mars?
I don't know because I've never been to Mars. It depends on what their weather is.
We would grow sweet potatoes.
We would do sweet potatoes if we could grow anything on Mars. We would probably grow sweet potatoes. We'd grow snap beans. And
I would do potatoes.
Probably corn because we can make our own cornmeal and our own corn grits and flour and all that.
I'd go with potatoes.
I don't know. I'd probably have to go with corn.
I can do more with potatoes. Vardaman, Mississippi is the sweet potato capital of the world. Yes.
Yes, it is.
We had Cuz Strickland bring us a big box, one box, 2 boxes. One big box of Vardaman sweet potatoes when he came down. He lives right next door to it.
Yep.
Busy Bee said he just ordered a sweet potato manual from Etsy. I'll never know. So Busy Bee could be a he or a she. I'm not trying to be gender neutral. I just don't have a clue.
Do I have time to grow sweet potatoes in Zone 6A? Yeah, because you got a long time before you can even plant them. So you still have plenty of time because it'll probably be late April or May before you can plant them in 6A.
Do purple sweet potatoes grow like sweet potatoes? Yes.
Yes, and once you plant them, you will have them forever because if a piece of sweet potato gets left in the soil, they just keep coming back year after year.
Anna said, why did you say grits? Now she has a craving.
I love grits.
I had them for breakfast this morning.
Yeah, she had them for breakfast this morning.
I'm a single mom and trying to get as self-reliant as possible. I sincerely ask for your prayers for a like-minded man. Beverly Brake.
Any of you single, like-minded men out there that are good, real men, and now not none of these candies that's out there.
Are you matchmaking?
I'll make a match if I can.
Oh, I need to talk about...
what?
The lady that contacted me about the greenhouse.
Oh, yes.
She is.
We have a lady in Amite, Louisiana that contacted us. She had bought a, a 30 by... No, a 20...
20 by 38, 20
by 34 or something like that. High tunnel.
I forgot.
And all the in-wall kits that goes with it, all the wood that goes with it, and everything.
The shade cloth.
And the shade cloth. And her husband had a brain bleed, and so now they're not going to be able to put it up because they're going to have to move to somewhere else. And she is wanting to sell it to someone.
She's not moving, but she's wanting to be able to visit with her children since this happened. And
so they want to get rid of it. They paid...
I don't know with the prices. I won't say with the prices, but it's a very good, nearly half-price discount.
It's a half-price discount. She wants how much for it?
I think $35.
She wants $35 for it.
And she paid
a whole lot more than that for it.
Yeah.
So it's a good deal. It's a brand new one. It's never been put up. I'm guessing it probably come from Grower Solutions.
It did.
So if any of y'all out there are looking for a high tunnel,
and you
live close to Amite, Louisiana, give this lady or contact us and we'll get your information to her, and you can get you one for probably half price. It's
not quite half price, but it's close.
It's pretty doggone close because I know
it's a really good deal.
It's a good deal. It's a really good deal.
And so if you live somewhere around that area, contact me at our deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com, and we will let you know. We'll send your information to her.
Yeah.
And then y'all can deal with it. But I did tell her I would mention that. I'd forgotten about that. Have you ever eaten or grown Japanese sweet potatoes? If so, what do they taste like? I have no clue.
I'm not sure. I mean, there's so many varieties of sweet potatoes out there. I don't know if I eat a Japanese one or not.
I have never made tomato jelly. Doesn't even
Do
sound
y'all
good.
ever make tomato jelly?
It don't even sound good.
It don't even sound good.
How far to Raceland? I don't know where is Raceland.
I don't know where Raceland is.
Never wanted to live in Louisiana until now. Oh. I'm trying to read.
Okay, yeah, let's cheer.
One of them says, I need a husband around 50.
Yeah, one of them just said they needed a husband around 60.
Yo, we're not matchmaking. I promise
Well,
you.
the problem is there's not many real men anymore.
Yeah. Most of the women we know that are homesteading are usually by themselves. They can't find anybody that's willing to be by their side and work. Most of them want to sit home and watch TV.
They want to watch TV and drink a beer. What seed besides peas need to be frozen and for how long? Any bean seed, any pea seed, any corn seed needs to be frozen for a minimum of 2 weeks. I leave mine in the freezer up to a month before I do anything.
They're saying Raceland, Louisiana to Amite. I don't know. I don't know enough about it to tell you.
I don't know.
Google it and see on a map. Power went out last night. Temps down to 0. Wood stove saw me through. Great Saddle Ridge.
Great Saddle Ridge. Great.
I'm
That's why I
glad
tell
you have
people, have an alternate wood source for or heat source. Whether it's gas or whatever, wood, always have an alternate heat source.
Somebody says,
Got a husband, but he's not like-minded. We see a lot of that.
Yeah. Let's see. Japanese sweet potatoes roasted are great. They're saying tomato bacon jam, tomato basil jelly. I mean, I'm not big on eating tomatoes in any way, shape, or form except fresh. We have salsa that we made probably 2 years ago, and I still have a lot of salsa. I don't use salsa that often. Then last year we made a lot of tomato tomato sauce, and it's still here. I use one every now and then. We just do not use tomatoes like most people. And I just as soon eat a fresh tomato, and that's why I'm waiting on them.
Oh, Gypsy B says, I'm a 60-year-old female, don't want to raise someone else's man-child.
Yep.
Been there, done that, no real men to be found. I have heard that myself.
Danny, didn't you once have a Bible study site on at one time? It was called All God's Children. Yes, I did. It's still up.
It's still up. We didn't take it down. We just get more views from the gospel if we do it on Deep South Homestead.
Love Cat says, my husband deserves for a good brag. He is the best with multiple skills, and he quit his career for us to move to 40 acres off-grid in Arizona. Yay!
Yay!
That's awesome.
Do we have citrus trees? Yes, we do. Matter of fact, we have lemons blooming right now. We got kumquats blooming. We got limes blooming. We actually have bananas. And somebody asked a question a while ago about how's the bananas doing. As of right now, they have survived.
They're not growing very fast, but it takes bananas like 3 months?
Yeah.
They bloom about 3 months, and it's only been a little over, I don't know, 5 weeks maybe.
Yeah, it ain't been long yet. I mean,
we're struggling because this is the time that they could freeze, and it's when they need to be growing. So I don't know. We've actually got freedom blackberries blooming everywhere too.
Really?
They're starting to bloom.
I wouldn't doubt it.
So we'll have blackberries before long if it don't freeze and get them.
Let's see here. Oh, James said, I wish we were neighbors. I'm straight West Coast. My dad lived in Arkansas, though.
Dee said Amen is in Tangipahoa Parish, which is close to her.
Well, Dee, there you go. If you wanted a high tunnel, there's one right there.
She didn't say she wanted a high tunnel. She just said
hey, I'm a salesman. I'm like trying to sell the thing for the woman.
I might could sell it to Dee. Oh. She might know somebody that needs one.
Yep.
What variety of limes? Key limes.
Key limes.
We have key limes, and they are delicious.
Barbara Duckworth says, do y'all have pear trees? Do we have pear trees? Let me tell you about our pear trees. We had so many pears on one tree last year that we gave away. I don't even remember how many 5-gallon buckets full of pears people got off of trees. We gave away so many 5-gallon bucketfuls. We picked so many 5-gallon bucketfuls ourselves.
And fed.
And fed the pigs, I don't know how many 5-gallon bucketfuls off of one tree.
And we have 2 more.
And we got 2 more trees on top of that. Plus, we planted probably 9 more.
Yeah, we have a
Don't
lot.
ask me why, because I really don't know why.
Because we like pears. Do we grow Meyer lemons? They are blooming right now.
They are
in
blooming
the
right
greenhouse. Dee says, I got 2 built, but she'll check with her son. See, we can sell Dee anything.
Yeah.
Nah. Let's see. Someone named Melissa said she was interested in the greenhouse. Okay, Melissa, you will have to contact me at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com, and give me your email and information, phone number, whatever, and I will send it to this lady. Let's see. Anyone near Lancaster or Lebanon or Berks County, Pennsylvania?
Oh, they're in Amish country. Amy says, I've got to go.
All right, thank you for helping out.
Couldn't we put a heat source in the high tunnels? We can, and we
probably
have them,
will.
and we probably will if this cold spell gets to be too bad.
Tonight shouldn't be too bad.
Tonight's only going to get down to 35, so that's not too bad for a high tunnel.
Do eggshells benefit soil?
Eggshells takes about 1 to 2 years to break down in the soil. They do work, but if you're looking for a fast, something fast out of it, no. It's going to take 1 to 2 years before they actually do any kind of benefit in the soil.
Deborah wants to know, can she grow a kumquat tree in a 17-gallon bucket? We have ours in...
Well, ours is in a 20-gallon, so yeah, you probably can.
And we've already got kumquats off of it this year, and they were delicious. So we're going to be purchasing a second kumquat this year. All right, guys, y'all need to be putting up...
prayer request.
And I do know that we have a lot of people that have this virus or the flu or something going on, and we
know a lot of YouTube people who have the virus. We know so many people right now that have this virus. Now nobody's getting deathly ill from it that we know about. Now they're having some problems. Don't get me wrong, it's bad, but they're not passing away from it like they were in the beginning.
Amelia, we have that book. Thank you. Yes, Miss Lippy, Buddy, Miss Allison. Somebody had asked about Grow Family Network. He and Bev both have been sick, but I think they're on the road to recovery.
They're on the road to recovery. They've had it bad.
He said that they just felt awful and they just did not feel like making videos. So they will be back this next week probably.
David, if you can find David Rice, wants to know where he can get buckets that big. If you can contact any cattle farmers or anything like that, they have what's called a cattle mineral tubs. They work perfect for that.
Camp Joy Farms. Okay, Melissa, the person you want to talk to is Camp Joy Farms. That is who has the high tunnel. So Camp Joy Farms, we had a couple of people kind of interested in it. So if they send me their information, I will be sending it to you. Do you know of any reputable place to get pawpaw trees?
Not really, I don't. They don't sell a lot of them around here.
ABC said her daughter got COVID, was 4 months pregnant, and lost the baby last week. I'm dealing with losing my mother from it. That's M. Hunter. My son-in-law has lymphoma.
I got
My
One had
daughter
a
needs a miracle. That's time has
husband
begun.
he's had a stroke, mental health issues. I mean,
It's hard to read
guys,
all of them real fast.
I can't see them all, everyone, but I'm trying to read them as fast as I can.
Jenny said her daughter-in-law and small grandchildren have it. Where my daughter's at, Raising Ronies was just in here, and my other daughter, in the area they live in, it is really, really going rampant all over there. So far, their families have not had it, but Amy has had it back November of 2020.
2020.
Yeah. So, but so far their families have come in contact with it. Different people have been in and out and around them and then get sick the next day. Danny and I actually, his daughter came, 2 weeks ago, and that very night she got sick. But she tested negative, but she had all the symptoms. So, it's just one of those things.
David, it's never too late to get started. I mean, it depends on your financial status. Preparing has a lot to do with your finances. So if you've got the money, you can do it fast, believe me.
Moonfog, thank you.
Thank you, Moonfog, yes.
Is it possible to build up a natural immunity?
Yes, even if it's a man-made virus, your body will build up a natural immunity to it. The only problem with this thing is it's a DNA changer. And then there's some things I can't talk about on here, guys.
Yeah.
There's a lot that I just can't.
But
I can't go into it. But just know that it's not of God. Let me put it that way.
Yes.
You want a lot of vitamin C. You want a lot of vitamin D, vitamin D3, zinc. You want to have an ivermectin on hand. There's lots of things you want to have on hand to combat this problem. The best thing is to be preventive ahead of time. Eat lots of nutrient-dense foods.
And a lot of them are recommending zinc and vitamin C every day, just to keep some extra in your system so that your body's already ready to fight something.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a doctor. Don't take me as that, but we just know what we do, and we've not had it yet. We have not really.
Well,
we've kind of been exposed to it, but not.
We've been exposed several times, but the problem here that we're facing, guys, is you're being lied to right off the bat. Let me say this. You're being lied to by saying that it is the unvaxxed people that are coming down with it. And the truth is, if you talk to anyone that's in the medical profession that's honest with you, they will tell you that most of the people getting it are the ones who've already had the mosquito bite,
And Kim saying her sister has had it for the 3rd time, and she's had all the treatments. So it doesn't matter. I don't care if you get it, you don't get it, whatever. People are still getting sick.
Once you've had the mosquito bite, your immune system is broken down, and you will get it even easier, and because it's a new variant, and there's nothing there to protect you anymore.
Ashton said her body rejected the zinc. You may not need zinc.
Then if your body's rejecting it, you don't need it.
I mean, that may be one of the things, because one of the Dr. Artis, I think, touched on this. He said if you're taking zinc, vitamin C, any of that, the way to know that you had too much is your body starts rejecting it. You start having issues, diarrhea, different things. So that means you already have enough, I would think. So check that out and see if that might be your case. Mountain Creek says they're an herbalist.
Yeah, they're an herbalist there, and Mary P is correct too. You can't just take one vitamin, because a lot of times your body will not absorb that vitamin. If you're low in another area of your body, it takes certain vitamins to make your body be able to absorb the other vitamins. So, I mean, you have to really do your research on this. I'm not going to go into all that because it's not my place to on here to do that. Wanda and I, we know how to take care of ourselves, and we do the best we can. Not to say that we won't get sick, but we do the best that we can by taking natural things here too. And we're not big, what would you call it, vitamin taking people. We eat nutrient dense food.
Thieves oil, if you do young living, and if you are doing doTERRA, it is gosh, my mind just went blank. Okay, it's like thieves oil. What's the doTERRA one? I know it just as sure because I sold doTERRA for a while. I can't remember. It's a great one to have on guard. Have it on hand at all times.
Yeah.
My daughter has a diffuser, and when her kids, she thinks they've been around it, she's diffusing on guard all the time. So on guard is really good, and thieves. They're the same thing. They just have one ingredient different. So okay, let's get off of
that. We gotta pray for these people, and you and I have got to go finish doing what we was doing.
I don't know if I'm gonna do anything else tonight.
Well, we still have to finish up. We can't just quit.
Y'all, before he prays, y'all do learn to find some happiness in your lives.
Yes.
I know there's a lot of craziness going on. There's a lot of stuff. You could stay all day long on YouTube watching junk. You know what this one's got to where he's doing? He watches these gag things where they're pulling jokes on pranks.
Pranks on people.
And he's watching old westerns.
I watch some westerns, and I don't just watch any western. I'm real picky about my westerns because I don't want some bunch of shoot 'em up, bang 'em up junk. You know, I like a western that's got a story behind it, and then I just love the other things that I love Appalachian type videos. You know,
he's staying away from a lot of the.
I'm not looking at all this crazy world event junk that's going on out there.
We keep up with.
I mean, I've spent some time this week. I want to go ahead and tell you guys one thing before we get off here and pray tonight. I am working with a company right now. I just spent. I did an interview this past week with a company dealing with EMP shields to go on our houses, to go on our vehicles, to go on our tractors, all these type things. And we're going to be doing some videos on EMP shields because there's a real high alert right now in this country about the likelihood of a grid down situation from an EMP. So I'm going to, because I want to help out the subscribers, and this company that contacted me said that if there was an EMP, they're working with the military right now. The military is trying to get it set up so that we can get back online within probably 6 months to a year if we had an EMP. And the people that they would like to see be the ones to help get back online are the homesteading community. So they've contacted me and asked me, would I try to work with the homesteading community about purchasing these EMP shields for their vehicles and tractors and homes and stuff like this, so that everything doesn't get fried, and when the military can get something back up and running, then the homestead people will be the first people because they're the people who will survive. And they would rather have good, sound people on board to try to get the country back up and running than they would a bunch of stupid goofballs out there who don't know anything. So I am working with a company about this right now.
Yeah, I was watching. Some of them are saying Sam Elliott. And Dee said she's watching anything Betty White. I've been watching. I started a series, and I know some of you may have watched it, but we don't watch TV. And it's an older series called Heart of Dixie, Heart and Dixie, or Heart of Dixie, HART. And I've just got to where I can just sit and laugh because this girl she's a doctor down in Alabama, and it is funny. She's from New York, and so that's what makes me laugh. Plus, I like to read, and I've been reading some every night. We've just been trying to stay away from so much negativity. We did see about the the earthquake today. It happened actually last night, and Tonga? Isn't that what they said, out from Tonga? So we need to pray for those people that are getting any water, that there's no damage there. I think they said some of the waves had actually reached California. some of the streets were getting a little water. So, all right. So, Heart of Dixie. Yes, that's it, D. All right. So.
Okay. We're going to pray, guys, before Miss Wanda and I can see if we can't get busy and finish doing the things we were starting to do. Father, we do come to you tonight, Lord. We just humbly approach your throne. Lord, it's been a rough week for us, and I know it's been a rough week for a lot of other people. And Father, after looking at the request that was made tonight, so many people, Father, has got this virus, and Lord, it doesn't look good. Wanda and I, to be honest with you, we don't even want to go anywhere right now because everybody around us, it seems like it's just coming down with this virus, and we don't want it, and we don't want to have any part of it. We're trying to follow your protocol through Scripture, and we're trying to stay as healthy as we can. And I know a lot of these people out here in our chat tonight are doing the same exact thing. I mean, they're telling us what they're taking, all the vitamins and stuff, Lord, and thank you for the wisdom that you've bestowed upon everybody in that area. Lord, there's people in here tonight who's mentioned that they have loved ones that's had strokes. One's lost a spouse from a brain bleed, and Father, they were just so many things in the comments here tonight. I was like, wow, the need is so great for healing in people because the old devil's just been turned loose on this country, and our country's being cursed right now, and people are falling prey to it. The devil is just out seeking whom he might destroy. And Father, we're praying for protection from the blood of Calvary that was shed for us. Lord, we just plead the protection of the blood over everyone here tonight, Father. It doesn't just have to be physical issues, Lord. It can be financial issues. If some people's having emotional problems because of this. And Lord, it's the physical side. All the areas we're praying tonight for the protection of the blood of Calvary to be over each and every one of us here tonight. And Lord, there's been this volcano in the Pacific Ocean over there next to Tonga. There's already been tsunami waves is already hitting parts of California, Hawaiian Islands, and even up as high as Alaska and other Australia. And we've been seeing some footage of where water's coming on, Lord. People's houses are going underwater and stuff. And Father, this is just a precursor for things to come. And Father, we just pray that you'll give your people wisdom about what to do and when to do it, and Lord, and with it that they'll get understanding about knowing the proper timing to do things, Lord. Lord, we have people in here tonight talking about they're just now starting to get prepared. I pray that you give them the financial resources they need to be able to get prepared and to be ready when things happen, Father. And Lord, I pray that as we try to help promote the this EMP protection, even Lord, that people will see the need for that and get protected against these EMP strikes that might come upon our country. And Father, that they'll be protected from the wiles and the evil of this world now. We claim Psalms 91 over everyone in the passage in the scriptures here tonight, Lord, in our chat and everything. We claim Psalm 91 and the protection of it over everybody, Father. And I just pray, Lord, that you will be good and merciful to all of us as we try to be obedient to you, as we try to follow your commands and follow your wisdom and your guidance in the scriptures, Lord. So thank you for loving us, and do forgive us where we fail you and the kingdom of heaven now. We ask these things in Christ's name. Amen. Amen. All right. My hat back on now, where I can see.
Let's see.
Let's see. I just bought a 20 by 30 high tunnel and don't have the shade cloth or wood from Grower Solutions, and it was $3,800. Tambra. Yes. That people just talking about
I don't know. I'm trying to read. My eyes are still messed up, so it's hard for me to see. Most of them are just catching up with, we're behind. They just hearing the prayer. Well, we're just seeing their comments.
We're just seeing their comments.
It's not them behind, it's us
behind. It's us behind, yeah.
Put it that way.
We have a severe lag time on our end.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we appreciate each one of you stopping by.
Yep.
We're glad that at least we could live stream tonight. We didn't think we would, but it's been green most of the time, and which is really shocking. Because we usually don't stay in the green very much.
We usually don't, but tonight, for some strange reason, with the weather being like it is, we have been able to stay in the green pretty good.
Yeah.
So, okay, looks like everything looks good in the comments and everything, so we're going to...
And I want to thank each one of you for being great tonight. Thanks to the moderators that were here tonight, even though a couple of them were out. I didn't even see Mark. So,
I didn't see Mark tonight.
And so
that's unusual.
Mark is usually always here. So, guys, I'm sorry that we didn't get through a lot, but... y'all,
we had fun.
We had fun.
We had fun.
And that's what it's all about.
We had seasons in the sun.
Go to sing it. Hey, sing that song. They want to hear you sing.
Oh, no.
We had fun.
We had joy. We had fun. We had seasons in the sun.
Now sing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm about to fall asleep sitting here.
I am too.
My eyes are getting...
I'm getting very tired, guys.
Yeah.
So, I did go to an... eye doctor this week. I have new glasses. I will be getting them next week, and I hope they'll be all right. It cost me quite a pretty penny to get through this doctor because I don't have insurance. So I'm
when it comes to eye care and all, we pay for our own stuff.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be having new glasses next week. So y'all stay tuned.
Okay. All right, you ready to get
off?
off?
Why do we say stay tuned?
I don't know.
Tuned is something you do with the TV.
That's something that's on television, yeah.
All right, guys.
All right.